it over to you, Alexandra. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, it's exciting for me. I love your group and I love what your group means and empowering ourselves. That means a lot to me. So thank you for having me. So before I go into trance, I have a question for everybody there. How many of you
I'm looking to do that, yeah.
familiar? Well, let's see. Here's my question. How many of you, is this the first time that you have talked with or heard Golden Arrow? Raise your hand. Anybody first timers? I guess there's somebody in your room.
Yeah, there's 3 people here.
So one person this is brand new to you, right?
3 of them.
Oh, 3 of them are new.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much Audrey has told you about Golden Arrow. Audrey, what have you told these 3 new people about Golden Arrow and their work?
I think I've raved on and on about you to just about everybody.
No, not about raving. So for those of you who...
They have been some of the greatest influence in my life, period. I mean, some of the biggest moments of me gaining my power and literally owning who I am now has been through them. I mean, amazing. It's so powerful. And Alexandra herself is a little powerhouse as well. So between you and your buddies, it's just spectacular.
So I guess what Golden Arrow is going to begin, and then you and I'll come out of trance when they're finished, and then I guess you and I will take questions or make comments or whatever, right?
Yes. That's
kind of the agenda. Yeah. So for the 3 of you who are brand new to Golden Arrow, I just want to kind of preempt this time with them to let you know that this is Golden Arrow is a group of non-physical beings. Now that's my definition of them. So you're going to have conversation with non-physical beings. I step aside my personality totally, and I'm unaware of what is being said to you. That was my request to them, that I be unaware, because I really don't want to know all the stuff that you're going through on your own journey. I have my journey that that I'm working on, me. So for those of you who are new, this is your time to talk with non-physical beings who are far more knowledgeable, loving, kind, all-encompassing beings that you'll ever meet. You know, as a human being, we're all limited to so many degrees in so many capacities because of the journey that we set up for ourselves. But when you're talking to non-physical beings, 1, there isn't anything that you cannot ask. And 2, you're going to get the truth. I was going to say their truth, but you know, you're talking to a human being here right now, me. This is my perception. So from my perception, you're always going to get from them the truth, whether you like it or you don't. And if it resonates with you, then I say use what they tell you to your maximum benefit, because the result will be happiness, centeredness, alignment, like you've never experienced before. So use what Golden Arrow says for you in your life experience. It will always benefit you. So with that, I'll go into trance, and it takes me just a couple minutes to do that. And then Golden Arrow will have information for you first, and then there'll be a time for you to ask questions. So for those of you who do have questions already, submit those to Audrey in the chat, like she said. Well, I guess that's what you said, right, Audrey, in a chat
Yeah.
text form.
Yes.
So that Golden Arrow will include all of you in this time. Okay, so see you later and have fun.
You know what, for those of you that are here, just raise your hand and I'll have you ask. And your friend can come in at any time. She's working on it. She's
trying. Well, greetings to you. Greetings to you indeed, truly. It is a delightful experience for us to be here with you, to communicate with you, to interact with you, but far more importantly, to commune with you in this way, truly. A delightful experience for us. What we would like for you to know in the beginning of this conversation that we have with you today is that there is no separation between you and us. You think because we have a different name than you, or that we are in a different realm than you, that makes us separate from you. And we would like for you to know that you are not separate from us. You, as an individual, can have a conversation with us, all beings, all non-physical beings, whenever you desire, whenever you want. You just have not learned how to do that, how to get out of your own way, so to speak, get out of your personality, so to speak, and hear what we have for you. And when we say we are just non-physical energy. You are limited by words, by what do you call definition. And there is no limit to us at all. So it is important for you to know that should you desire for your life to be different than what it is, than what you experience now, in this moment of now, you can know what that is by your communication with your non-physical beings. Because firstly, you are a soul, you are a non-physical being having a human experience. And you may not necessarily enjoy or like this human experience that you are having. You might desire to be more centered, more aligned, happier, more fulfilled, successful. All of that, those are just words that mean in tune with all that is. So when you desire more for your life, go about researching and finding out how to do that. The easiest, fastest, and best way that we know for you to open yourself to the more of all that is through quieting the mental gyrations that your minds go through in every moment of now that you are experiencing in this human experience. You came here on purpose, purposefully, to learn, to remember how you can live from your non-physical, your soul self, rather than the ramifications of what your physical experience is showing you. Now, the physical experience that you are having that is less than desirable for you, meaning those experiences that are dramatic, those experiences that have much emotion attached to them, emotions such as anger, resentment, fear. To live from the place of peacefulness, it is important for you as your human experience, for you to learn, remember, and practice how to get out of your mind, or what the mind is setting up for you. Now, the mind is not separate from you either. You are your mind. You are the one that is creating all of these experiences from what you think and what you believe about yourself. This is nothing new. This is just a remembering process. We are reminding you why you are really here. We are reminding you that you are bigger and more than what you know and think yourself to be. If you lived who you really are, you would be creating more than what you are experiencing now on this planet that you call Earth. You would be creating, always having the contrast, you will always have that, but you will be creating from a place of knowing, understanding who you really are, being seated in who you really are, rather than from a place of fear. Everything that you experience as a human being that is less than love is from a place of fear. What you are holding on to that maybe you know about, or maybe you don't know about, maybe you remember and maybe you don't. Maybe you're still in the what you call unconscious stage of this experience that you're having. It is all right because it's just the contrast. Stepping outside of the contrast, knowing that the contrast is just a remembrance or a reminder of what you do not desire for yourself. The contrast or the emotion that is attached to that experience that you call a contrast, that we call a contrast, is a gift that you are giving yourself so that you can stop the mind chatter and remember who you really are and who you really desire to be. Now, to have, quote unquote, as you say, you humans, peace on earth, this earth will not ever have that, because this earth that you chose to come to in this moment of now is for the contrast, is for the reminding process that you are greater, bigger, more than this small human being that you see yourself to be. So how do you get the image or the pictures of the grandness of who you really are? And how do you get the feeling of surety, confidence of who you really are? How do you get that? There are many ways on planet Earth, many people who are there to assist you in getting to that knowing, to that understanding. From our perspective, the easiest and quickest way to get to that is you practicing quieting your mind, or cutting off the chatter, cutting off the emotions that are attached to the chatter, the emotions of insecurity, the emotions of fear, the emotions of anger, of hatred, of judgment, of criticism. You live in a world of judgment and criticism. That is what you came here to experience. However, you do not have to continue in that that emotion that you find yourself in. You do not have to continue that. You can stop it at any moment of now that you say to yourself, that is not who I am. And I choose differently. I choose to be in harmony. I choose to be in peace. I choose to see the clarity of who I really am in all the experiences that I am choosing for myself to grow and to become more. So for you, each one of you, by what you call your name, each one of you that are here today, who are you really? And who really do you desire to be and to experience? You must first ask yourself that before you can see all of the obstacles that you have placed in front of yourself. Now, you might think that all those obstacles are put there by a family member, by a husband, by a wife, by a child, by a coworker, by a boss, trying to hit all of those people that you have in your life experience. You might think that they are putting the block or the contrast in front of you. And what we want for you to know is that they are not doing it to you. No one is doing anything to you. No one. And you might say to yourself, but Golden Arrow, all this is happening around me and I have no control over it. Yes, you do. You have control over it because in reality, you are the one that is in the throes of the emotion. And the emotion that you're in the throes of, no matter what that emotion is for you to look at it and see how you desire for it to be different. Even when you have mastered quieting your mind and being in connection with all that is throughout the day, even when you are, there is a contrast there through a thought, through an image, through a word that will bring up something more. You are never complete in this life experience of all there is for you to know about you in this human experience. There is nowhere to go to. In other words, there is no let up, so to speak. And you might say, but Golden Arrow, that is so depressing. And we say to you, it is only depressing if you see it that way. If you see it as just in a neutral state, free of any and all emotion, then you're looking at it clearly. You're seeing that that point of emotion or contrast belongs to you. And we understand that it is difficult for humanity to take responsibility for everything that is going on around them. Everything that goes on around you belongs to you because you're looking at it. And if you're looking at it and you see it, it is a contrast for you to look within. It is the gift, we call it a gift for you to become more and to grow. And you might say, Golden Arrow, growing pains are so painful. And we say to you, only because you see it as that. If you knew that you are raising your vibration and becoming more, you would see the freedom that is there for you. the freedom to become more, the freedom to be at peace, the freedom to be at one with all that is, the freedom to see everything with clarity that you are experiencing. And that means the world stage. You are looking at the world and what is going on around you as being separate from it. You are not separate, you are it. Whatever you see around you that has any form of negative, we'll use that framework for you, a negative emotion attached to it, is for you to take a look and ask yourself, what part of that is me? Because you would not see it with any emotion at all if it were not a part of you. Do you understand?
Yes.
If it were not a part of you, you would not notice it at all. There would be no emotion attached at all. And everything that you see going on around you, all of the discord and disharmony that you see going on around you on this planet, will always be going on. Let us reassure you that you came to planet Earth to experience all of this. And you came to experience all of this to know that you are the one that can change it all. Literally. We call that magic. When you see something that you desire to be different, to be from a place of love, and you hold that space within you and see that disharmony with love, the energy that goes from that love to that disharmony has an effect or becomes the emotion of love. So as you see the disharmony in your life experience, holding the space of love towards that disharmony allows you then to be free from the emotion that is attached to the disharmony. And therefore, the disharmony then is affected by the love that you are holding. Not sending, we did not say send love. We said hold the space of love for you as you are viewing it. There is a difference. When you say to send love to that person, first of all, the love belongs to you and is held within you. The individual that you see that needs the love, you are then putting yourself in a critical and judgmental place that they should be different. They should not be different. This is their journey. They are growing and they are becoming more by going through these emotional experiences. You just hold the love for them. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
You cannot change anything outside of yourself. Nothing, ever. You can only change what you see within yourself to become more, to be in the place of love and the space of love and peace and harmony and joy. So as you bring everything back to you, literally, you're the only one in the room. We use that huge phrase, and it is very hard for the mind to conjure what that rally means. Truly, if you eliminated every individual on the planet and you are there creating, then there is nothing to look to or judge or criticize that it should be different. You are the only one that can be different. And you make that difference by how you desired to see your life. because everything around you, now put the people back on the planet, everything and everyone around you is a mirror for you to see within yourself. And once you realize the bigness of that, the scope of that, then you go about living your life to create your own happiness. And you will see that as you're creating your own happiness or your own success or your own empowerment, whatever you need, whatever you know you need, as you go about creating that for yourself, you will, first of all, not notice so much that's going on around you because you are complete. You are filling yourself up with the love that you have and the completeness that you have of the being that you really are. And the effect that goes out from you then affects everyone that you come in contact with and the energy of what is happening on the planet. So as you hold the space of love, as an example, with the conflict that you see that is going on around you in this moment of now, in other parts of the world, you can call it Ukraine, Russia, whatever, does not matter what name it holds. They are just peoples having contrasts, immense contrast because of the emotions that they are holding within themselves. Think about the two leaders of those countries. They are acting and reacting according to how they believe about themselves, that I deserve more, you deserve less. All right, that is always going to be there. But as you hold the space of love in your heart for their knowing of who they really are, they will be affected by the energy that you hold. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, do you have a question then or comment on that, on you? Do you have question or comment about you?
I think that's very powerful. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. I think that's very powerful. And I think in a moment that we're all facing right now with things that are in the world, and there's a lot that people are facing within themselves and their family members. I'm seeing a lot of that going on. So when we bring it back to that, I think it's extremely powerful. You're going to say?
Yes, Audrey, you have made the decision that because of the love that you have in your heart for humanity, and it is very deep within you, and that also comes from a wounded state also that is mirrored to you by what is going on around you, but you have placed yourself in a position of desiring for everyone to be at peace. The scales that you represent in your astrological chart, yes? You
Yes.
are always desiring for humanity to be in balance, and yet never are. So you have placed yourself in a position to say to humanity, you are more than what you know yourself to be. Let's get to the who you really are. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. So it is very important for you, Audrey, to understand what you have undertaken for humanity's sake. Now, let us say this. Remember yourself in all of this. It is one thing to have the desire to help another, and a whole other thing to live it yourself. And we are not saying that you do not live it. You are extremely valiant at doing that. And you do it well, and yet you have the contrast still because you are still growing and becoming more. So all of those people that you bring to you, Audrey, are mirrors of you and how you believe about yourself. In other words, they are encouraging you to become more, to grow more. Do you understand?
Absolutely. I see that.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Questions and or comments?
So we do have a question from Julie. She says, my life is in a transition. Doors are closing and things are uncomfortable, but I'm not seeing a clear guidance on the direction forward. Does Golden Arrow have any guidance or wisdom to assist?
Well, yes, but specifics are needed so that the emotions can be identified within that. Is there
I
more?
believe that it's with regard to her career.
Mm.
And I think that she is in a moment where there's possibilities for a different movement in her career and possibly living arrangements, where she's to be located.
All right, where is she living now?
In Los Angeles.
Yes, well, does she have an innate desire to be in a different place, a different state, a different country? Do you understand?
Yes, I'm actually asking her to unmute herself and she's on so she can answer you.
All right, very good.
Hi,
Julie?
Golden Arrow. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here today. What I'm looking at is
Absolutely.
I've been in Los Angeles for a long time, and for the past few years, my quality of life here has just started to kind of spiral downward.
In what
And,
way? In what way?
The job that I'm in today is not as good as the job I was in 2019. My living situation is okay, but it's not quite the same quality. I've had a lot of friendships that have, drifted, or people that have moved away. And so I don't have the support around me that I used to have. And as I'm looking, I'm not certain if what I'm getting is a sign that maybe I should relocate, or if it really is me just moving to a higher vibration and doors are closing and I should be working on building a new life here. Some days that's the guidance that I'm getting from, my guides. And in other days, I'm feeling like relocating to a different state here in the US, maybe to Florida or Texas or South Carolina. But then there are times when that feels like I'm running away. So I'm just not really clear on which direction to be moving. I'm just a little confused right now.
Yes, we understand. So, Julie, what is your birth date?
April 28th.
All right. So Taurus, yes?
Yes.
Yes. So, and we asked that because the energy that you were aligned with at your incarnation is very important for the experiences that you have set up in this lifetime for yourself. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, the energy that it holds. All right. So firstly, you are not in a quote unquote wrong place. This transition that you find yourself to be in is very, very good for you. It is a time for you to reflect, as you are doing, on what it is that you truly desire for your life experience. Now, this transition that you find yourself in is going to be for a while yet. It is going to be, let us take a look. All right. It will be in this state that you find yourself in this moment of now for another 3 to 4 months before it is clear to you what it is that you truly do desire as far as your life experience, because it really doesn't have anything to do with work. It really doesn't have anything to do with your living environment. It has to do with you and how you feel about yourself. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So in this next 3 to 4 months, it is important for you to when you find yourself in an emotion of conflict within yourself about living in arrangement, about your job environment, etc. When you find yourself feeling those emotions, that is the time that it is important for you to quiet your mind, because it is your mind that brings up the moment to moment fluctuation of emotions. It really doesn't matter where you live. It really doesn't matter what job you have. It really doesn't matter the living environment that you have. That is not what matters. What matters is that you are unhappy with all of those. And let us say this 3 to 4 months is for you to become at peace with where you're at in this moment of now. Yes, you can move. Yes, you can take on another job opportunity. You can do all of that. And we say to you, you are the creator and the designer of your life experience. So pick a new job, pick a new place to live. Does not matter. What matters is, are you filled up with your own completeness within yourself, which you are not. And that is the contrast that you are bringing up for yourself, is to question those. Well, what about this? What about that? And within the next 3 to 4 months, it will become clear to you where you will be the happiest, because isn't that the bottom line?
Yes.
You desire to be happy. You desire to be stable. You desire to be complete, filled up. That is what you desire. So this transition is very good for you. It's giving you the opportunity. Give yourself the next 3 to 4 months to just relax into where you are, the job that you have, the living environment. Just relax into it, because the flow is going towards you in what it is that you truly do desire. But it is not there yet. Alignment is everything. And you are right now out of alignment. And that is where the conflict is for you. It is all right. Be at peace with it. Do you understand?
I do. That's very helpful. Thank you so much.
Yes, do you have question or comment on that, Julie?
I have one question. So, there's a lot of talk about creating your environment and being in alignment and what you desire. And like, I try to meditate every day, and I try to just envision my life in a way where I would be very happy. Is that the right thing to do? Or is there a better way?
No. You're right on track.
Okay.
Quiet your mind, just be at peace. How do you see being at peace in this moment of now? What does that feel like to you? What is the picture to you?
I mean, the picture to me, I work in business right now, and the picture to me would be transitioning to being an artist and being a working writer and sharing stories with people, and to being in a good relationship, being surrounded by good people, and just having a home environment that's very calm and peaceful and positive.
Yes, and so let us use one of the words that you said, because the words that you speak are just energy. And so you said, we heard, that you want to be around good people.
Yes.
Which means that there is the opposite of that, that you're not around good people.
I have some really good people in my life, and I have other people that I think ultimately need to transition out. And some of that are close family members.
We understand. So what we would like for you to now incorporate in your meditations is to see all of humanity and all of those people that you want to transition from as just the contrast for you to take a look at what is still there that you have not seen within yourself, that you need yet to see. That's the 3 to 4 months that we're saying to you. All of the people that you don't necessarily see as good people, and we're using that word because you brought it up, it holds that energy. There's the opposite of good, which is not so good. You might say it's bad. You might say it's evil. You might say whatever emotion there's attached to that for yourself. They are just a mirror. They are a gift to you to see the mirror within yourself. That is what is difficult for humanity to do. What part of what I'm looking at with this individual that is distasteful to me, that is not good, that is anything but love, what part of that is me that I am not seeing within myself? Because when you see it within yourself, then you can say, that is no longer me. Aha, I've got it. Then that individual disappears.
Okay.
That mirror then is no longer there. So you have work to do in the next 3 to 4 months to look at all of those mirrors of all of those people that are not quote unquote good. Because every individual on this planet is on their own specific journey for themselves to grow and to become more. If you could look at the soul of those individuals that are quote unquote not good, you would see perfection. But what you are seeing is what they are mirroring to you that is distasteful to you that you don't want to look at. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does make a lot of sense. And that's one of the things I've been learning in the past year or so is about that mirror and about going through that process. So that was a really, really helpful reminder.
Very good. Spend your time looking at all of those people and what they mirror to you. And in 3 to 4 months, that mirror will no longer be there. And your life will be different. It will just automatically happen without any effort from you at all. To everyone who is listening today, how you move through the mirror of emotion that comes to you from another or from an experience. Once you move through that, and how you move through that is taking full and total responsibility of what that mirror is to you, then that mirror is no longer there. Once you identify within you what that is, then it's gone. That is, you call, what do you call that? You rise above, but it's more than that. But humanity would say, I rise above that or them or that conflict or that emotion that I am holding about it. Because truly, whatever is mirrored to you is on purpose. It's for your growth and for you to become more. So it is a gift. And as you see what it is that you need to do about you, because you're the only one in the room, you're the only one that's creating all of this. Once you understand that, once you see that, then and only then can you live in peace and harmony and joy with yourself. Another aspect, when you are in relationship with another, does not matter what kind it is, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, does not matter. When you are in relationship with another, you are on your own journey and they are on their own journey, and you're journeying side by side. There is no responsibility for you to be in their journey. There is no responsibility for them to be in your journey. And it truly is a tenuous situation to stay out of another person's journey. And we only are in another person's journey because we're not happy being in our own. There's too much conflict in our own. So we have to look at another. All right. How's that going? Right. Do you have questions and or comments?
I actually have a comment on that. I work with a lot of parents, and I'm a parent myself, and that relationship with our children, I think, is one of the most valuable journeys in the mirroring of things. And I think that we bring these children in, these souls in, they choose us. And I think that that is where some of the most massive growth is. And because there is such a connection with us as a mother, that etheric umbilical cord, there is that pull, towards it's like they're having a bad time. I don't want them to be suffering. And it is quite the task to step back from it and do that part of recognizing the mirror and holding them in the highest. And I think that a lot of us can really relate to that.
Yes, absolutely. Being a sponsor into Earth Living is really just that. You are sponsoring another soul to have a human experience. But that soul has chosen you as a parent on purpose. There's no accident. They say, I want you as my parent. I want you to be the mirror to me. And therein lies the 0 to 7, then, the CD-ROM that they are setting up for their life experience because they chose you. Now, are you then the victim of them choosing you? Absolutely not. You're just the sponsor. And as a sponsor, your only duty is to allow them to grow and to become more on their own journey. Very difficult for a parent to say to a child, but your journey is going to get you into difficulty, into trouble, into a lot of emotion. You're going to burn your fingers many times. All right. Do you want them to grow or not? You're just the sponsor. You're really not the caretaker as humanity thinks that they are. You are your brother's keeper. That is not so. You are your keeper. So get out of everyone else's journey. And Audrey, you have placed yourself within that mirror on purpose. So you are growing and becoming more at a very rapid pace.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
So hang on.
So,
it gets faster.
I like it, actually. It is a journey, but each time around that merry-go-round, it's faster and it's more fun. So as I let go of those expectations, as I let go of, the hurt feelings, whatever they could be, it really makes it a lot faster to move beyond the problems, and it makes it a lot more fun, truly.
Yes, indeed. And you have a little more tolerance for emotional pain than many. Do you understand?
Yes.
You do feel the emotional pain, but you don't get so caught up or stuck. We'll use that word where there's no movement at all. You have a tolerance that many others do not have, and that is another reason why you are have created the position that you have created for yourself, is to show others, moms and dads, that they can have a little more tolerance, that they can have a little more allowance for their children to stub their toes, to burn their fingers, etc., because it is truly their journey, not yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I have somebody here who I'm not sure who it is. I'm going to unmute you. You're an iPhone. And she's asking, what am I to accomplish in this lifetime? How will I get the financial help I need to maintain a living situation? And you're
That's me.
unmuted
It's
now.
Jennifer.
Oh, hi, Jen.
Hi,
Hi.
All right, who is this?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. All right. So Jennifer, describe then the situation that you find yourself. We're going to put that word find yourself in quotes because you are very aware of your spiritual journey. So you have found yourself where?
So I'm living with my mother. We're living in our apartment. My sister moved out. I lived with my sister my whole life, and the situation completely changed. I'm okay with it. It's just that the financial stability for me is not so good right now because I'm in between trying to get disability and trying to get unemployment, and because I can't really work um, consistently because of my health right now. And so, I'm struggling to make sure that we have the other half of the rent. It's been coming. My sister did help us up until this month. And when it comes to April, I'm kind of like stuck. She can't really help anymore. And I don't really want to beg other people for money. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get my art sold, or I don't have the passion to do it right now. I'm too focused on my health issues, and it's like freaking me out. I'm really stressed out about it. And I just want to maintain the apartment that we have or find a better one with an elevator so that my mother and I can, do better and be okay. And it's a little bit rough. It's a little scary.
Yes, we understand.
Yes.
So Jennifer, this is a big nut, yes?
Yeah.
And your life experience is big, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is going to be very important? Firstly, it is not the money. It has
Mhm.
nothing to do with money because money is just energy.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
And money flows to and from as one believes that they deserve to have it flow.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So the important thing for you, Jennifer, is to realize and understand that you are creating all of this from the emotions that you are holding on to about you and life experience, that life is supposed to be difficult.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry.
There, I just muted her. You can continue, please.
Yes. So it is important to understand, Jennifer, that the situation that you find yourself in is perfect, right, and true for you to look at the emotions that you have attached to this situation, which are fear, disillusionment, lack of support, all of that. And your health environment is all due to that you are holding on to, the emotion of that which you are holding on to. And we say it is big for you because your foundational belief, the foundation that you set up for yourself with it, was that from 0 to 7, you understand that you've already had that not only instruction, but that belief about how you set your life experience up from 0 to 7. The CD-ROM that you have been living from 0 to 7 is that you do not deserve. You do not deserve to be healthy, to be strong, to be independent, to be self-sufficient. You do not deserve that. That is the foundation that you came in with and the foundation that you have been living from 0 to 7. So how do you turn that around? And it is truly just a matter of understanding that you set all this up for yourself. The health environment is because of what you believe. So to turn that belief around is to say to yourself, I deserve everything. I deserve good health. I deserve to be healed. I deserve to be able to be self-sufficient financially. I deserve all of that. And I go about doing that for myself now. What you say to yourself and what you intend for yourself is to see life as the creator, not the victim of. To every day wake up and say, I am the creator of this beautiful day. What you spend your time on, Jennifer, is the
Sorry
law.
about that. Sorry about that, guys. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
There is no question.
Oh, okay.
You can go back and listen to
Okay.
what has been recorded, yes?
Yes, I will do that, definitely.
And interesting to the group, interesting that there was interruption for her as we were speaking, yes? Interesting in that it needed to be, she needed to have that disturbance, which is exactly what we were identifying for her, which is not being worthy or deserving to be happy, to be healthy, to be financially abundant. For us to say to you, Jennifer, that you can go about creating your own financial abundance, firstly, by healing your body, by feeding it the foods that are nourishing for your body. And we know that you are spending time with other nutritional people who are helping you. It is your job now to walk that, to live that. You are not a victim of what is going on. You are creating it all. We understand that it is difficult for you to take responsibility, that you are the creator in it all. Just go step by step. Quiet your mind every day, quiet your mind and bring to you the knowing that you are abundant in all things. I go through this day abundant in all things, in all ways, all the time. So living and speaking to yourself from that place, instead of the emotional pain that is attached to your health situation and the fact that there is a lack of flow of income for you. That lack is what you believe about yourself. So you have work to do, my dear. Just continue on. Continue on. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
All right, is there comments and or questions? All right, Hugh, did we lose them?
Audrey?
Apologize. I don't know how it unmuted. I was saying that when you are answering these questions for one person, I think it is really important to note that we are all gathering all of that information, and it's just super powerful. I have another question here from Monique, and
One
she's
moment,
wondering,
Audrey, one moment.
yeah,
A comment on that.
mhm,
When you are in a group like this or any group environment, whatever one is experiencing, there is a part of you in that experience that you are experiencing within yourself. There are
mhm.
no accidents that you all came to be in this conversation today. You are here right on purpose. So whatever is said to another, take that in for yourself and say, what part of that is me?
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right, question.
Yes, we have from Monique. Is there a relationship between my vertigo and the overwhelming sadness that comes to me? And Monique, I'm going to take you off of mute.
Monique, are you there?
Hold on. Monique, are you there?
Yes, I'm
asking.
here. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yes, she is here.
All right, Monique, you speak of vertigo, yes?
Yes,
So you have dizziness?
I do.
Yes. And when is that?
It's been going on for 3 days now, mostly when I get up in the morning, but also during the day.
Yes. And so that is the physically, that is the inner ear. When you have vertigo, when you are dizzy, it is your inner ear or the imbalance within your inner ear physically. Now, emotionally, it is all about confusion.
Yes,
So when you wake up in the morning and throughout the day, as you as it comes to you that you are aware of this vertigo or this dizziness, stop in that moment and say, now what is it that I am supposed to see in this moment of now? In this confusion that I see that is going on around me, what is it that needs to be clarified? What clarity do I need to be looking at? Do you understand?
yes. But in addition, I have overwhelm of strong sadness. So I believe there may be a relationship between the confusion and the sadness that I feel.
Sadness or depression?
It can be depression. I thought it was sadness, but maybe it's depression.
So we're going to use that word interchangeably, sadness and depression. So what is it that you are sad about?
Well, like last night, I woke up at 1:30 and I felt this sadness all over me. So there's a sadness about, I'm a bit like Jennifer. I came here and here in Los Angeles, I come from another country and mostly I spend my adult life on the East. I came here and now that I'm here, I am confused as to what to do to achieve my life.
Exactly. So when you came here, what was the reason why you came?
My children asked me, they used to live here and they asked me to move to be closer to them. And since that time, one of them already moved out to Denver. So there is a bit of anger at being asked to come for a reason and one reason disappears.
Yes. So it is Monique, yes?
Yes.
So you came here because of the request from your children.
Yes.
So you are not living your life then. You are living your life for or because of the request of your children. And yes, it is not sadness, it is resentment that you feel about that. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you did not come here out of joyfulness, out of a new experience for yourself, a new opportunity for yourself. You did not come here because of that. You came because they requested you to come to be closer to them. So what has happened is you gave your power away to your children.
And still, when I make they didn't request, they asked me. And when I made the decision to come here, I was aware it was my decision. I wanted to see what was possible in California. So I made it my decision to live my life, and I took it as an adventure at the time. And I didn't expect COVID. I didn't expect my younger son to move out. And I didn't expect the real estate market to be so difficult. So it came as an adventure, but I didn't expect all the challenges that I'm undergoing right now.
Yes, we understand. Therein lies, of course, your first question, which is about your vertigo. Therein lies the whole, what do you call, ball of wax? The whole story is right there now and showing you in this being confused or being dizzy. That's all the vertigo is. It is nothing more, nothing less than that. And as you get a handle, we're going to put that in quotes, get a handle on why it is that you are rally here, that confusion will lift, the vertigo, the dizziness will leave, and you will be free to experience anything that you set up for yourself. Now, just look at this adventure, as you say, because you made the decision to come here thinking and wanting it to be an adventure. And let us say this, Monique, it has been an adventure for you. It has not had the highlights and the exuberance that you wanted it to have, but that is because you have not yet applied that emotion to this adventure. Meaning, the real estate market was not what you thought it was going to be. The living environment with your children, your son has moved out to Denver, that was not what you thought it was going to be. So what happened was you had thoughts about how it could be, but you did not make the statement to yourself that this is what you were going to intend, that everything was going to have a positive outcome for you. So what happened was you made this move by accident. You intended it to make the move, but you did not place around it the outcome that you desired it to be. So you said adventure, but what were the outcomes of that adventure? And you have those outcomes. It was by default. Do you understand what we're saying?
Yes, I do. And now I wonder, what am I to do? Am I going to stay here?
You have Monique, you are the painter, the artiste, and you have this palette of all these different colors here. All these different colors are an opportunity. So pick a color, does not matter, pick blue. And in that blue is an opportunity that you desire to have. You have a living environment. You are here with your children. You have the opportunity to make money. All you need to do now is state the intention on the outcome that you desire of making money, of having communication with your children, of having a living environment, whatever it is, all those things that you desire, now put in all of the colors that go with it. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you.
So with that, Monique, you are a very good example for all of the people that are listening today. Now, how are you going to go about doing that? individually, let's take the job market individually. How are you going to go about making the job market what you desire for it to be?
Well, more than the job market, what is my first question? That the real estate market, where do I want to move? That's my most pressing question.
Your question again is?
Where do
State
I want?
again.
Where, right now I'm renting in a place that is okay, but I don't really like. Where do I want to move?
Yes, very good. If you knew where that was, where would it be? Because it is all within you.
Oh, I have the answer. I would like to move to Agora Hills, so next to it. That's where I would like to go.
To Agora?
Yes, or around out, yeah.
Yes. And so what is keeping you from doing that?
The price of the houses.
Well, you don't have to buy something, do you?
I'd rather buy, yeah.
All right, now is not the time.
Okay, thank you for telling me that.
Monique, go to Agora, look around, rent a small place until the real estate market shifts, until it changes. Do you understand?
Okay, do you have an idea when the real estate market is going to shift?
No, there is no when, because it depends on the alignment of the energy that is on the earth plane now. From our perspective, we would say another year and a half to 2 years. But in the meantime, Monique, you have all opportunities to what you call it, prepare to financially make the real estate market. Do you want to work in the real estate market? Do you want to buy and sell homes?
I want to, no, I want just to buy a home, to settle somewhere.
Yes. So if you feel that you do not want to spend the kind of money that it takes to buy in the real estate market now, right now, then rent. But go to where, if you don't go to Agora now and you stay in Los Angeles, then you are staying stuck where you are in this moment of now. Movement is what is very important. The real estate market to buy and is right now a seller's market. Yes, to buy is we would say in your vernacular, unreasonable. It is all right. It will change. There is always change, always movement. But in the meantime, you can go to Agora where you would like to live and rent a beautiful little place, a condominium, a little home, whatever. Does not matter. But seat yourself there. See how it feels to you. Maybe it will not feel like that is where you would like to live permanently. You don't know until you do that.
You're right, yeah.
Just the same as with your adventure from where you came from to Los Angeles. The adventure was there. It did not have the outcome that you desired. That is just a contrast. That is all that is. You are still on an adventure. Now make your adventure exciting. You're experiencing the sadness. If you stay in the sadness, which is fine, if you stay in that sadness, that is just going to continue to multiply until you decide that you've had enough of that sadness and you're going to be exuberant, you're going to be happy, you're going to be peaceful and enjoy with everything that is going on around you. Your life, Monique, is supposed to be joyful, in peace, with harmony with all of life.
I agree, yeah.
So go about living and walking that. When you wake up each morning, this is a good intention for everyone to say to yourself, I open to the more of all that is for me to know about me in relationship with all of life. And I bring the knowing of all of that to me, and I become seated in it now and forevermore. Thank you so much. And so it is. What you are saying to yourself is that you're opening to all that is. And all that is all around you, including this beautiful adventure that you set out to have. The contrast was that it was not what you thought it was going to be, because you did not place an intention on everything was going to be coming to you joyfully and peacefully and in harmony.
Right, yeah.
So for you to speak to yourself, we would suggest this, to say to yourself throughout the day when you feel this overwhelming sadness and confusion, I am at peace with all that I am experiencing in this life, in this moment of now. I am at peace. I am in joy. In this moment of now, because that's all there is, Monique, is just this moment and this one and this one.
Thank you.
You are in a very good place, Monique. This crossroads that you find yourself in is very, very good for you, because now your life truly can be an uplifting and empowering adventure filled with excitement. You go about creating that.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Are there questions or comments? How is our time then, Audrey?
We're actually getting very low on time. So I'm going to, Michelle had asked a question a while ago. So I'm going to allow her to ask you a question in this remainder amount of time.
Oh.
Michelle?
Yes, hi. Thank you,
Hi.
Golden Arrow. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I had talked to you before about this illness that I've been experiencing the last 2.5 years, and I am getting better. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yay, high five.
Yes. But in this last probably 3 years, I believe I've changed soul groups, which I don't have a reference for in this lifetime. Feels like I'm stepping, like I don't know where I'm stepping, but major relationships have changed, like long term, 30 years, 16 years. My job of 24 years went away. I'm living in a place that I've never lived before. And in this human experience, what I see as security, or what my mind tells me as security, is family, friends, people, support systems in the human form. And so having this experience of not having close family ties or support systems like that, and also being solo, not having children, not having a spouse, all the things that I, in a human mind, tell me are security. I just turned 60 last weekend.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm very tired. Tired. It's a long journey. And being a 6 year for me, I have a life path at 6.
And it's not over, yes.
I know it's not over yet. I know that for sure, but I'm tired. So it's this sort of new paradigm that I'm stepping into of how to create, so-called security, air quote security, for myself. Like the last question was talking about housing and not securing housing for myself earlier when I could buy, right? And support systems, community, in whatever form they show up in. Like, they don't have to have that name of family or friend, but there's been so many shifts so fast. And I am creating health. I have created financial abundance through this experience and support systems, but there is an innate sort of sense of fear of stepping into this unknown. I don't have a memory for it, at least, of this soul group change, major changes. So I'm not sure what my question is, but that is the experience. So if you have any insight for me, I am very, very grateful to have that.
All right, Michelle, take a deep breath, as deep as you can. And exhale. Again, real deep. And exhale. Do you feel that centeredness that you feel when you breathe deeply and when you release?
Yes.
It is important for you to do breathing exercises every day. That is the physical part of what we want to share with you. When you feel the disconnect, for all of you, when you feel disconnected, it is important that you center yourself, align yourself with your soul, with the energy field that is rally you. So getting out not only of your mind, but centering yourself with your soul, so what you desire to do is to live this physical experience from your soul. And that is indeed a tenuous balance. But when you are connected with your soul, the energy of who you really are, when you are connected with that, you see everything around you differently. You are centered, you are aligned, you are filled up with your soul, which is love, pure love. So for everyone, when you feel that disconnect, breathing into your being, breathing into your personality, breathing into this body, and exhaling and coming into your soul, aligning yourself, your personality with your soul is everything. Because as you live from your soul of this love vibration in your personality, then everything that you see and feel around you has that definition of love embedded in it. So for you, Michelle, your next step is to align yourself with your soul daily. In the morning, best time in the morning. Get a CD, a book, an individual who does breathing exercises, and teach yourself how to align your personality, your physical self, with your soul. And for you, the breathing is imperative. And you will not feel so fatigued. You will not feel so tired of this human experience because you have not been living from your soul. You've been fighting and clawing, and it feels like that to you until now. You're just exhausted from this human experience. And that is not what this human experience is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about you remembering and realigning with your God self, your soul self, so that you can live from that exuberant space, full of energy, full of excitement, full of anticipation of the next opportunity that you have to create within. Michelle, you are a grand being of light energy. You now have worked on your health and it is improving. Why do you think that is? Because you are changing your thoughts about what is important for you. Yes?
Yes.
So now the next step is bringing this soul self to the forefront of this human experience, rather than the opposite of having a human experience and the soul self is just there. That is not how it is to be. You came here to balance living this human experience with the soul available and the ability to do anything and all things, create all things in this human experience. So breathe, Michelle, breathe in the soul, breathe in the fullness into this life experience, so that you can wake up in the morning and look at the day and say, thank you, another day to create, another day to remember the grand being of light energy that I am, another day full of grand experiences and magic awaits me. It is truly all up to you and how you desire for your life to be, full and exciting and rewarding, or tired and depressed and enervated. And let us say this to you, Michelle, you have the capacity to create worlds, literally. What would you like to accomplish? What would you like to do? What would you like to see? What would you like to experience? It is all there for you. Bring it forward. And by the way, the guides and teachers have been with you this entire lifetime. And when you feel bogged down, ask them for their help. I feel bogged down. Guides, teachers, unseen friends, God, all that is, help me. Help me see the more of my life experience. They are there for you.
Yes.
Michelle, do you have a question or comment?
That was great. This soul group change, do I just ask them to help me sort of step into that?
All right,
what
is your definition of soul group change?
I came
that
here,
mean?
I incarnated with some souls that I was very connected to on a deep level.
People.
Right. Souls that I was connected to in multiple lifetimes. Right. And those relationships changed dramatically where we're not connected anymore. So I know I'm moving into being connected to other souls to learn something different, or embody a different, embody a new energy, a different energy.
Yes.
So I feel like I'm in kindergarten again, even though I'm not in kindergarten, but I feel like I'm in kindergarten, trying to understand some of this.
Yes.
Does that go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. It makes sense. So it makes sense on a spiritual level. So you're not in kindergarten. It's just that there is more that you have yet to understand. And because there is the more, there is a fear that you have about taking that more in. And that breathing is going to help you a lot. Do you understand? That physical ramification of breathing in and bringing and connecting with your soul, exhaling the personality, bringing in more of the soul, exhaling the personality. Because your personality, which is your mind, has you stuck in the unknown of what is coming to you that you desire. So you can say to your mind, literally say, we let go of any and all beliefs that we are holding in static and open to the more of movement and change that is available to us. And we see the excitement in that more. Thank you so much. And so it is. Re-listen to this part of this segment for yourself and write that down.
Yes, I'm writing it down. Thank you.
Because what you're missing is that you have fully intended as a soul to grow more, to become more, to take in the more of who you really are. You have intentionally brought that to you. The year 60 is just the beginning of the more that's available to you. And we give you high five for stepping in to that more. You will be pleasantly surprised and empowered by the more.
Thank you.
Relax into it, Michelle. Just relax into it, knowing that it is for your highest good, knowing that it is everything that you ever desired to experience.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime at all. All right. Audrey?
Now, my friend, we are out of time. I just want to say thank you so much. Your wisdom, your insights, your just everything. And there's no words for it. I'm truly grateful, and I am pretty sure that everybody else here is as well.
All right. Well, let's end this then, and we'll leave the body at this time, and we offer then to you all blessings, peace, harmony, and joy. So be it.
Thank you. So as she is coming back in, you can go to Alexandra-goldenarrow.com for more information. She does do individual sessions. I can't even express to you enough how powerful that is, as you can see. So you can contact her. And I believe, Alexandra, that you are setting up and probably going to have people be coming down there pretty soon. They have a place that they have created in Mexico. It's a retreat center, and they'll be doing all kinds of wonderful things there. Alexandra, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Went a little long. Lots of good questions, lots of amazing answers. It was really, really
Awesome.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
And I was just giving them your information so that they can contact you if they want individual sessions. When will you be bringing in people to your place there? Tell them where you are in Mexico.
We're in Baja, which is the finger, of Mexico. We're not actually in the Mexico itself, the country of Mexico. We're in Baja, just below California. But we're about 80 miles north of Cabo Cabo San Lucas, as I'm sure most of you know where Cabo is. So about 80 miles north in a little village, literally a little village, a little town called Todos Santos. And my husband and I sold our property there in Lake Arrowhead in California, and bought a beautiful, very large home, large property here in Baja. For those of you who are in the real estate market, the difference in buying a home here and in the United States is about half. So our home is very large. We have a casita. We have 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, and so we're planning, I would say, towards the end of this year, probably, maybe sooner. Don't know. That's kind of a transition that we're going through right now. My husband is over here. He was over here. For those of you who know, he was giving me like,
You got it.
if not by the end of the year, then next year. But we'll see. Golden Arrow et al. Move at their own pace. The alignment moves, as it's supposed to. And to be real honest with you, we've only been here since Hugh came down in September of last year, and I came down, permanently. I have a store in Lake Arrowhead still, so I've flown back and forth, but I have been down here permanently since, I would say January, February-ish. So I'm still going through boxes, but they're becoming less and less, which is nice. So I'm getting the house in order. You can imagine selling 2 homes in California, in Lake Arrowhead, and going through everything, throwing things away, giving things away. And we still ended up with truckloads of things that we brought down. So the house is not yet in order, but is getting there every single day. And of course, we came down here for the purpose of getting away from uprooting ourselves and putting us in a very peaceful environment. And it really is so peaceful and so beautiful down here, in every way. We're about a block from the ocean. We have a beautiful breeze every day, and it is sunny every day. Right now, I would say it's probably about 79, maybe 80 degrees. So the environment down here, awesome for meditation. Oh my goodness. And our house is on a ley line here. Any of you understand ley lines? The energy of the ley line is just, it's so full and so rich and so big. The energy here is just really amazing. So we're looking forward to having those of you that want to come down and have personal time with Golden Arrow. The first things that we're going to do is probably like a 4-day event down here. I would say probably start off with 4-day, at some point, maybe even 5 or 6 days. So that you all can, have one-on-one time with Golden Arrow, but also to take a little from what is here, incorporate it within your own life, and then go back to where you permanently live and live from that place.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, they are going to be here on June 5th. We're
Yeah.
still on that. So we're having an event on June 5th. It'll be on